Hi, welcome to Crosswork Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Boxtrolls. Look at all those boxes lying about. For those of you who don't know, stop motion was actually the first thing that got me started into film. So I have a really big soft spot for films like this, and because of that, Boxtrolls is probably my top 2 favorite stop motion movies, next to Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which you can find the review for down below. Alongside the overall creativity of this film, I would say that the lighting and the cinematography and really the visuals are one of the best parts of this film, and it feels so visceral that you could touch it. I mean, technically you could if you were on set. The animation is so masterfully done, and you can't help but admire the artistic skill and the endless hours of meticulous work that goes into a movie like this. The aesthetic is really unique too, and it helps this film stand out against other movies that are in the same genre. The voice acting is also really well done, and it enhances the characters a lot. It makes them funnier or more serious or even just uglier. Since the Boxtrolls can't really talk, at least in any ordinary language, the scenes with only them have very little dialogue, so the scene depends on the animation and the body language to relay those info between all of those characters. All of these characters, the ones who do talk and even the ones who don't, are all really enjoyable. They're so expressive and weird and funny and very founded in this world, and even the villains are enjoyable just as much as the heroes of the film. It's also one of Laika Studio's more family-friendly movies in terms of fear factor, which I do appreciate since the studio tends to go in the scarier direction, even though they do make kid movies, especially with Coraline, which I would say is probably the most mature of all of their films. I forgot to shoot this in 4K. No. Although sometimes I felt like some of the choices made by characters here and there were a little bit dumb, and they ended up being the catalyst for events that they could have stopped if they had made the right choice. But then again, you wouldn't really have a movie or an engulfing story if everybody in the film made the right decision. And now just a brief note for the parents. Even though this is one of Laika Studio's more family-friendly movies, along with probably The Missing Link, it still has some elements that definitely give it the PG rating. There are some scary scenes here and there are parts of the film that are fairly dark, both visually and just within the context of the movie. And there are some suggestive and sometimes sensual aspects that pop up here and there throughout the film, but they're really only things that adults and parents will be able to notice. And that's it for this review. If you're interested in more reviews, go ahead and check out my Instagram, where I will periodically post slightly abridged reviews for this and other movies not on this channel. And for those of you who want to know more about And for those of you who want to know more about the specific contents of this film, I have the links for the plugged in and Common Sense Media reviews down below, as well as the Parent's Guide for IMDb. So please subscribe, maybe like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.